Welcome to our deep dive into the top 10 U.S. cities bursting at the seams with immigrant populations. From Miami's salsa-soaked streets to San Francisco's tech-packed hills, we're exploring where newcomers are reshaping urban life. Overcrowding isn't just numbers, it's packed schools, gridlocked roads, and sky-high rents. Using the latest data, we'll uncover why these cities draw millions, how they're coping, and what it means for residents. Is your city on the list? Stick around as we break down the stats, stories, and struggles of America's immigrant hotspots, updated for April 2025. 10. Chicago. Chicago's immigrant overcrowding is steady, with 26% foreign-born, 550,000 of 2.7 million Mexicans, Poles, and Indians filling 234 square miles. Metro immigrants hit 1.5 million, census, 2020. Meatpacking and retail draw them. Housing tightens, $1,600 rents cram Pilsen Flats. Traffic on I-90 lags, up 5% since 2015. Schools like Juarez Academy, built for 1,200, teach 1,600, portable sprawling. Midwest jobs keep it growing, but winters slow the pace. Takarius and pierogi shops. Corners, yet CTA buses and clinics strain under a quieter density. Overcrowding here is a gritty, neighborhood hum where immigrant roots anchor a city just holding steady. 9. San Francisco. San Francisco's immigrant overcrowding is stark, with 35% foreign-born, 300,000 of 850,000, Chinese, Mexicans, and techies cramming 47 square miles. Metro immigrants near 2 million, census, 2020. Tech and sanctuary laws pull them. Housing collapses, $4,000 rents 4 shared flats, a 100,000 unit gap. Traffic on the Bay Bridge stalls, up 15% since 2010. Schools like Galileo High, meant for 1,500, hold 1,900, with English learner trailers. H-1Bs and progressive vibes sustain growth, but 10,000 sleep on streets, 2023. Chinatown's dim sum and Mission's murals thrive, yet tents and overflowing BART cars paint a city where immigrant dreams strain a postcard-sized paradise. 8. Houston. Houston's immigrant overcrowding is vast yet palpable, with 23% foreign-born, 530,000 of 2.3 million Mexicans, Hondurans, and Vietnamese sprawling over 600 square miles. Metro immigrants hit 1.6 million, Pew, 2020. Oil and construction jobs beckon. Housing stretches, $1,500 apartments pack families, but land's cheap. Traffic on I-10 crawls, up 15% since 2015 surge. Schools like Sharpstown High, built for 1,500, teach 2,100, with portables aplenty. Lax enforcement and 2023's 80,000 undocumented, CBP, swell numbers, but flooding swamps clinics. Taco trucks and faux spots line strip malls, yet the sprawl hides a density where immigrant labor props up a Texas giant teetering on overload. 6. Fremont. Fremont's immigrant overcrowding is suburban yet acute, with 47.5% foreign-born, 114,000 of 240,000, mostly Indian and Chinese, crowding 78 square miles. Tesla and tech jobs draw them. Housing pinches, $1.9 million homes mean shared leases, rents at $3,200. Traffic on I-880 snarls, up 10% since 2015, census. Schools like Mission San Jose High, built for 1,800, teach 2,400, with trailers for English learners. Tech's pull, $120,000 median incomes, keeps it growing, but a 20,000 unit shortage strains parks and roads. Asian malls like 99 Ranch thrive, yet water rationing and power flickers hint at limits. It's a quiet density, overcrowding cloaked in cul-de-sacs, where immigrant ambition meets suburban squeeze. 5. San Jose. San Jose's immigrant overcrowding is tech-driven, with 39.4% foreign-born, 400,000 of 1 million, mostly Vietnamese, Indian, and Chinese, filling 181 square miles. Metro immigrants top 1 million, census, 2020. Silicon Valley's H-1B boom pulls them in. Housing buckles, $2. 5 million homes force multifamily setups, rents at $3,000. Traffic on Highway 101 stalls, up 15% since 2010's immigrant wave. Schools like Evergreen Valley High, designed for 2,000, hold 2,600, with portables for English learners. Tech jobs, $150,000 salaries, sustain the rush, but a 50,000 unit deficit spikes homelessness to 10,000, 2023. Faux shops and sorry stores. Strip malls, yet water shortages and grid strain signal a city stretched thin by immigrant success in a cramped valley. 4. New York. New York's immigrant overcrowding is iconic, with 37.2% foreign-born, 3 million of 8.1 million, packing 302 square miles with Dominicans, Chinese, and Bangladeshis. Metro-wide, it's 5 million, census, 2020. Jobs in finance, construction, and bodegas fuel the tide. Housing strains, Queens basements and Bronx walk-ups hit $2,500, splitting families across floors. Subways haul 8 million daily, a crush worsened by 2023's 50,000 asylum seekers, NYC data. Schools like PS 130 in Brooklyn, built for 800, teach 1,100, with English learner trailers aplenty. Ellis Island's legacy endures, but a 200,000 unit shortage chokes growth. Traffic on the Brooklyn Bridge crawls, and Flushing's noodle shops hum, yet the density, raw and relentless, tests a city where immigrant dreams pile atop each other. 3. Los Angeles. Los Angeles's immigrant overcrowding is sprawling yet suffocating, with 37.6% foreign-born, 1.5 million of 4 million residents, spanning Mexicans, Salvadorans, and Chinese across 503 square miles. The metro area tops 4 million immigrants, Pew, 2020. Its draw. Hollywood dreams and tech gigs. Housing buckles, Koreatown tenements and East LA garages cram families, with $2,200 rent standard. Traffic on the 405 and 10 freeways is a standstill, up 12% since 2015's immigrant surge. Schools like Belmont High, meant for 2,500, hold 3,800, portables everywhere. Sanctuary laws since 1985 pull undocumented waves, while film and startup jobs lure others. Tents line Skid Row, 75,000 homeless, 2023, as housing trails need by 30,000 units yearly. Precarious and dim sum joints thrive, but clinics overflow and buses burst, a chaotic sprawl where immigrant ambition meets gridlock. 2. Hialeah. Hialeah's immigrant overcrowding is intense, with a 74.4% foreign-born population, 166,000 of 223,000 residents, mostly Cuban exiles and descendants, squeezed into 22 square miles. A Cuban enclave since the 1960s, it's a cultural fortress where Spanish reigns supreme. Housing is a crunch, 1960s apartments stack families tight, rents hit $1,800, and backyards double as living space. Traffic on Okeechobee Road and Lejeune Avenue chokes daily, worsened by a 5% immigrant rise since 2018, census. Schools like Hialeah Senior High, built for 2,000, cram in 2,800, with trailers sprawling across lots. Jobs in factories and retail, sewing shops, big box stores, keep it humming, but wages stagnate. Flooded streets and creaky sewers signal a city outpaced by growth. Cafecito flows at Ventanita stands, and domino games pack parks, but the density feels raw. Overcrowding here is a gritty, unpolished reality of immigrant grit near Miami's glitz. 1. Miami. Miami's immigrant overcrowding is legendary, with a 58% foreign-born population, roughly 270,000 of its 470,000 residents, rooted in Cuban, Haitian, Venezuelan, and Colombian waves. The metro area, sprawling across 6,000 square miles, hosts over 2 million immigrants, a figure climbing since 2020's 1 million, Migration Policy Institute. Proximity to Latin America, paired with trade and tourism jobs, keeps the influx relentless. Housing teeters on the edge, multifamily units in Hialeah and Dade County cram 3 generations under one roof, with median rents hitting $2,000. Traffic on I-95 and the Palmetto Expressway is a daily snarl, worsened by a 10% population bump since 2015. Schools like Miami Senior High operate at 140% capacity, with portables dotting campuses to handle English learner surges. Sanctuary policies shield undocumented arrivals, but climate risks, flooding, hurricanes, stretch infrastructure thin. Little Havana and Wynwood buzz with salsa and street art, yet the city's 36 square miles feel claustrophobic. Job growth in hospitality and shipping sustains the draw, but locals grumble about strained clinics and rising costs, a tension palpable in every overcrowded bodega.